That's correct. It's a frustrating loss. We played well enough to win the football game. I don't know if you've ever been associated or been in a game where you have a back that runs for over 200 yards, you have 3 turnovers on defense, and you have 0 turnovers on offense, and you lose a football game. But just defensively, we gave up too many big plays, gave up 4 big plays, pass plays. Offensively, we didn't score. We had opportunities in the red zone to go score. But each guy has a role on this football team, and guys need to do what is expected of them to do their job. When you look at a football player, you can't have 9 guys. It's 11 out there. You can have 9 doing the right thing and 2 others not. But we just have to continue to grow. This is a growing process for us. But guys need to understand how to win. I don't think our football team knows how to win. Anytime you take over a program, the first stage is you want to get guys to be competitive. And we have, I think our guys, they know how to be competitive because they competed each game up to now. They've been competitive, they competed. Then the next stage, you got to teach guys how to win. We just don't know how to win yet. And once they learn how to win, you got to teach them how to handle winning. A lot of times when guys win, then they get big-headed because they're used to people patting them on the back. And then you have to teach them how to be a champion. So we're still in that first stage of just teaching guys how to compete, and we are competing. But now we have to take it to guys learning how to win. I know you read a lot about, you hear a lot about, you guys played great. It's like a moral victory. There's no moral victories. We have to win the football game. We have to go win the football game. And that's what's important. The guys understand that, yes, fine, yeah, you play well, but we have a job to do. You're expected to play well. That's what we expect in this program. We had to get the standard raised here, and that's what we're looking to do. And the only way we could get the standard raised, we had to go win football games.
You talked before the season about Bilal Powell being the face of the program, and you talked about seeing him in high school. I mean, but did you even expect this? I mean, 2 straight 200-yard games, it's pretty unbelievable.
Oh, it is unbelievable. And if you watch him, he just works. He says nothing. And that's why I told him, I said, I'm going to make you the face of this program, because I just like the kid, just his attitude and how he goes about his business and how he handles his academics and how he handles himself off the field. And I told him, I said, it's critical for you to play well. So you haven't played well here the last 2 years, but it's critical for you to go play well. And if you look at it, like you said, two straight games over 200 yards. And that one run, that run the other night was just an unbelievable run. He run through tackles. And then the guy still had the angle on him. He was able to jump him and then go score and kind of ignited it. He got the team ignited because the whole sideline erupted when he made that big run.
What is he doing differently? You saw him, I see him on tape a little bit last year. As you see him now, what's the biggest difference that he's doing?
He gotten a lot stronger. I think just body-wise, he changed his whole body. And he's a senior year. A lot of times you get a guy to a senior year, guys thinking about, hey, only my next level, and probably if I have a chance to go play on the next level, which he has, by his performance the last 3 games, have allowed him to play on the next level.
You've obviously seen a lot of great running backs. I mean, is there any doubt in your mind that he can't play on Sundays?
Oh yeah, I think he's a really good football player. If you look across this country right now, I was just trying to just size him up to other backs across this country. It's not many. I mean, I don't know who else is out there. I know the young man in Connecticut, Tomlin's a good running back, but just size Bilal up across the country. Who's a good running back out there?
Coach, you believed in him from the day he walked in. You talked about knowing him from his high school days. How long did it take him to start believing he could do the kind of things he's doing?
When I came in, I sat down with Bilal and I said, I watched you play high school, and the reason why in the game, and it was a high school, it was the semifinals, and whoever won a game was going to go play in the finals, and he single-handedly, because we took 7 guys off that Lakeland team, and he's at Lake Gibson. He single-handedly, if they had given him the ball, I think they had the ball like first and goal on like the 10-yard line. They threw an interception. If they give him the ball, they're going to win the game because he's going to run through there and go score. And that's what I said to the coach. I said, why don't you just give Bilal the ball? He probably would have scored. But, he had to believe in himself, because a lot of times when you get to college and things don't go well in the beginning and you haven't had that success, and that's why it's important. That's why I said to him, you're going to be the face of this program, because I needed to get him going and probably just put that weight on his shoulders, see if he could carry it, and which he's done very well up to this point.
Did he accept it right away when you asked him to be the face of the team?
No, I think it kind of hit him, and he kind of looked at me, and it kind of shied away from it. And he's like, oh, and then I would say it in the team meetings, and guys would like look at him and laugh, but he went about his business, and he got a lot stronger, he got bigger, and when I first noticed it is when we were in spring football, the way he was running through our defense, and I just didn't know how good we were on defense, and I said, okay, here's a running back, just keep running through us. I said, no one can tackle Bilal Powell. And I would say that after every scrimmage. I said, just somebody please tackle Bilal Powell. I want to see how good we are. And what he did in spring ball, he's doing right now.
That being said, Coach, with his maturation, I mean, isn't it going to come to a point where he needs to stand up here and talk to us?
No, my man, he's not going to. Some guys are just not good in front of people talking. And I think one-on-one, he's very good. But I think just in front of a group of people, and he has to learn that. And, probably he hasn't, up to this point, he has never done it. So a lot of guys get nervous. It's not that he's walking away from it. I think eventually he will do that. I think he will get to that point where he said, okay, I'm ready to stand up and speak. But you look also with his success, our offensive line is doing a great job. We're doing a great job of blocking downfield on the perimeter. The long run that probably no one saw, Nate Nord comes across the field from the backside and it blocks a guy for Bilal to go break it, and Nate was on the backside. But guys are the downfield blocking, they're seeing that he can go break it at any time. Even the next one, if we get the receiver block, the defensive back, if the receiver blocks the defensive back, he's going to block, he's going to break another one there when they stopped us there when they called him on midfield.
How about defensively, those long plays? What will those guys do? What mistakes you guys are making?
If you look at it defensively, the 4 long passes, it's a combination of just coverage breakdown where you had a corner rolled up, the safety didn't get over the top. And then one time guys just completely lost their eyes where just lost coverage. But you get to people the 3rd down and you give up that 62-yarder. At that point, we were down by 1 and it was 3rd down. So we get them to punt the ball offensively. We're going to go score. And you just can't give up those plays that just break down on defense that really hurt us.
How good is Connecticut's offensive line and how similar are they to your offensive line?
Oh, very similar. They are a very physical football team, and they will come off and they will pound you and try to knock you back. And the running back's good. He is similar to Bilal, gets behind his pads, and he's fast enough where he can break away from people. You look at him in the Rutgers game, he had a long run, but a really good running back. I think he's 3rd in the country right now. Bilal is 4th in the country. So you have 2 backs that are similar. So it's going to come down to Saturday who can stop the run.
Do he and Bilal gain their yards in similar ways, or do they get it differently than you all get it?
Well, Bilal's had longer runs than probably he has, but they grind it out and they pound you with the ball because their line is so big and physical.
A crucial game of this for you guys, probably. It's a home game with the league you go 0-2 in the conference at home. But how do you assess that situation?
Well, that's what's critical. You don't want to go 0-2 in the conference. You don't want to lose at home again 2 straight weeks. Because you look at it, the fans, I challenged the fans, they were out, and they made a big difference in the game on Friday night. It was really great to see the fans come out and support the program the way it did. But it is their program also. But it's critical that we go play well. We need to play well in this game on Saturday.
Charlie, it might be easy for guys who have not had much success to maybe think in the back of their mind about moral victories. Do they understand what you're talking about, that it's not about that and it's about winning games?
Well, the more we talk about it, I think they're beginning to feel it. And I think that what happens a lot of times when you don't win, they're looking for some type of relief. So if someone say, well, you look better than you looked last year, then they kind of say, okay, we are looking better. But still, though, we need to go win the football game. And we do. It's no more victories. It's about winning games. And that's the only way it's going to ever happen for guys that just get over that hump. But like I said, when you take over a program, stage 1, we've been competitive. Okay, guys, we are competing. That's really great. Now, number 2 is how do we win? How are we going to win?
Is that something you gauge during a practice week as to how they respond to games with you?
Well, it's more about just finishing. If you look at it the other night, and I said to them at halftime, we're sitting there, and I said, do you guys really believe you're going to win this football game? I said, just the looks on your face right now, I think you're happy that you're playing with these guys. You can go win the game. Then get into the 4th quarter, I called the defense together down on the field, and I said, hey, go win the football game. Then I called the offense together. We got to win this game, all right? do you really believe you can go win this game? So it's all about, and you have to change that attitude, because when you lose when you haven't had much success, then you have to find a way, or you have to have a game where they need to go win. And that was a good game after Friday, where we had all the opportunities to go win at football.
Charlie, you talk about Gary's and his improvement since the switch in the last 2 games. He's 7 and 8 tackles, I think, and an interception.
Ashley played really well. If you look at it early there, he gets beat there on the one touchdown, but he's improving each game, but we need him to improve because we've had injuries in the secondary line. So now that he's playing a lot, it's going to be a lot added. We're giving him more each week. So now he's going to play nickel and corner for us. So it's a good improvement for him.
What is the status of Johnny Patrick? If he's playing this week?
Do not know the status of Johnny Patrick right now. We ran around last night, but he wasn't able to run around. But do not know exactly the status.
Coach, you've been a defensive coordinator for a number of years. Are you frustrated with your defense right now?
Very frustrated with the defense right now. We're giving up too many big plays. And if you take a football game, how many times do you watch teams just drive the ball? And offenses, they're not patient enough to drive the ball. They're looking for a home run. And if you look at the other night, the second play of the game was a touchdown. Then we give up a long throw down here about 40 yards, but another touchdown, and that 62-yarder was the one that really broke our back. And just make them drive the ball. And then that's what we can't. We're not good enough. We're not good enough where we can give up those plays like we gave up tonight and go win a football game. We're nowhere not good enough.
With so many seniors on the offense, do you ever get that sense of urgency as you creep them up on you?
I'm sorry.
You have so many seniors on the offense. This is the last year you're going to have your quarterbacks playing well, your running backs playing well, your offensive line. Do you get a more sense of urgency knowing that this is the last time you have with these guys to play as well as they are right now?
Well, I told those guys 6 games left, and it is. It's 6 games for our seniors, and you want something good to happen for them just because they've been playing so well up to this point. And they know. So some of those guys, there may not be any more football after this. So it is a sense of urgency for them also.
How close is Beaumont to being fully relevant?
He played the other night. I don't know what percent, but he still has some work to go, and he does have a ways to go before he gets back to full speed. He's working hard. He's doing everything asked, but he has some ways to go.
Patrick is unable to play. Sonoris Perry got in towards the end in the fourth quarter of that game on Friday. Can you just talk about him moving over from receiver, what the process was behind that, and how much he's improved or has to improve?
When we moved Sonoris back in fall camp, he actually moved in August, so he's been playing defensive back. But if Johnny Patrick is able to play, then when we get the substitute package, then it's going to be another defensive back coming in the game and play for us.
How pleased are you with his progress from fall camp from now?
Well, he's learning. He's a freshman, and a lot of times when we go freshman out there in the game like the other night, then it's kind of mind-boggling for him because they've never been in that atmosphere.
You mentioned Norden blocking. What's been the key for him to come in a couple catches the other night too? What is the key? Is he healthy? Is he?
Well, he's healthy. He made those 2 catches the other night, and he's blocking well. But he's developing, and he's getting a lot stronger. And when you look at the offense, he's getting an opportunity. We throw the ball, and he's able to catch it, throw and throw it to him. He's wide open. He's making the catches for us.
Coach, do you know how long Vic's going to be out at this point?
No, I do not know how long Vic's going to be out here. He has a shoulder, so we're not going to rush it. Just make sure that he's healed and he's ready to go when he comes back.
Stalled a couple of times down close to the red zone. What as you look at the tape, is there anything that you want them to do differently?
Well, the one time we get down, and if you look at it, we get a procedure penalty, so that takes you back. So now it's 1st and 15. But it's just when we get those opportunities, we have to score, and we have to execute. We have to execute better. We're gonna have to outscore people. Thanks, guys.